Welcome to my first Chatty Get Ready With Me. In this video I am featuring the NYX Ultimate Multi Shadow Palette, and this is in Sugar High. It is a really pretty palette with 3 different types of formulas for the eyeshadows. And I used all of the different formulas on my lids today. So if you are interested in hearing about my life right now and my work in my school, as well as seeing me apply makeup to my face, continue watching. So I have washed and moisturized my face, and I am gonna use some of the Project Pan items in my Labor of Love Project Pan, which the finale will come up on Thursday, and then the 13 by Halloween Project Pan challenge that I'm also doing. So I'm gonna pull my hair back. I'm just gonna use a little butterfly clip. I'm also wearing my Nasty Woman shirt, which I got by, Abby gave it to me. She donated to Planned Parenthood for us and got the t-shirts. So I'm going to prime my face with the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I really like this primer. I think it, you know, this is one of, I think this was in my Ride or Die Holy Grail tag video. I think that's the one I used, but or that I featured in that. I love that primer. I think it's excellent. And then I am going to go ahead and prime my eyelids just to kind of let that set in. And then I like to cover it with my face powder as well. So I'm using the Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer, and this is in 13 by Halloween as well. So I just take a very little bit and kind of rub it into my eyelids, obviously. Did y'all do anything fun for Labor Day weekend? I did not. I literally laid on the couch all day yesterday watching The Office on Netflix. Now, I have seen The Office, gosh, so many times. I could probably quote every single episode and without it even playing. I love The Office so much. I'm gonna use the Glow Minerals Color Corrective Kit, and I like to use this shade right here. It's like the neutral shade, just underneath my eyelid, underneath my eyes. So I've been watching The Office. I rewatched those seasons, I don't know. Every now and then I just like get in the mood to like rewatch from season 1 all the way to the end. And I watched the end of season 6, 7, and then I think I just started 8. That might not be completely right. But I did lay on the couch all day yesterday and watch The Office. And then I was looking at all the Labor Day online sales for, you know, beauty products. I'm going to take the purple shade too and just put it on my cheeks to kind of brighten it up. And I was looking at BH Cosmetics, which I think it's 5% back on Ebates, and I was thinking of getting some brushes because I do have a brush kit that my sister gave me for Christmas one year, and I love the brushes, and I'll be using some here as well. I'm going to take the green shade and just put it on my chin a little bit. So I looked there, but then I just was like, I don't really need anything, and filled up a cart and then kind of just X'd out of it. So I'm still kind of thinking about it. And then looked at Sigma because they're having a sale as well. And I don't have any Sigma products at all. So I was kind of curious about those. The brushes, like the Kabuki foundation brush and like their small contour brush I was interested in. But then I was like, I had a couple of things in my cart and it was like $80-something, and then there was like, you know, a coupon code that I could use, and I think I got $10 off through an email code, but I still was like, that's a lot for brushes when I don't think you can see, but let me show you. Ginger. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. All right. Well, just ignore her in the back there. Oh my gosh. I'm really sorry about that. Just, you know, we're all animal lovers here. But so I decided, I was like, I just can't justify $80 for brushes when I use e.l.f. and Real Techniques, and I have so many brushes. So didn't do that, and then I looked at something else today. I can't remember, but anyway, so that's what I did yesterday, and today's Sunday when you're seeing this, and I think I'm gonna go to Walmart because our garage door opener, one of our garage door opener, the battery's dead. And I need a new battery, and then I'll probably walk around the makeup aisles and, you know, Walmart. And then I'm gonna go pick up Abby. She's at Dragon Con, so, in downtown Atlanta. I'm gonna use the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. Mine is in Natural 05. I've been working on this forever. I did get a couple of new foundations. I better concentrate. And I'm gonna use this with my Beauty Blender. So, I have a couple new foundations. You know that I have the, I'm like having trouble speaking. It's hard to like multitask. I don't know how people do these videos with, well, you know, getting sidetracked. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation that I'm enjoying, but I think it might be making me break out. So I'm a little concerned about that. So I've taken a break from it. And then I just placed an order with Ulta, and I got it a couple of days ago from Burt's Bees, and I used that foundation. I got the luminous one yesterday. No, not yesterday. Friday. And it definitely gives a gooey, dewy finish, but it's really pretty, and it doesn't look like too oily. It just looks dewy and kind of natural. Oh my gosh, so cute. So I've only used it once, so I want to use it this week, and then that might be next Sunday's video, but I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna go. But look out for that, because I did get a blush, that foundation, and then Ulta was having, if you spent $15 on Burt's Bees, you got a free eyeshadow palette. So I got the purple lavender palette. I haven't heard good things about that pigmentation, but I haven't used that yet. But I might be using the Burt's Bees blush today, and it is so good. But we'll get there when we get there. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more on my nose and on my chin. It doesn't cover, I mean, I feel like my face looks more even, definitely. But you can see it definitely has a dewy finish to it. And it is a gel consistency. So I think it's good for, you know, dry skin tones. And I'm more of combo, more than just like straight up oily. But this color is a little dark for me, I think. So I usually take it down my neck a little bit. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So I probably have one more use out of the Bare Minerals foundation, and then I'll be done with it. So that'll be another product done for that project pan. I'm gonna take Fair by the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and just take this under my eyes. I also got a like Beauty Blender dupe, and from Walmart. I think I showed that in my last video, in the haul video. But I think I want to do a video comparing the two. Now I've had this Beauty Blender for a long time. I washed it last night with all my other brushes so that I'd have clean brushes to use for this video, so everything is clean. It cleaned, you know, it still cleans really nicely. It, you know, obviously everything washes out, and you know, it still is nice to use and everything. But before this one completely kaputs on me, because it's starting to tear a little bit right here and down here. I want to do like a comparison video if you're interested in that. So I think that's going to be it. I don't think I'm going to conceal anything else on my face, but if I was going to use the light version of the Fit Me concealer. And then I like to take my NYX banana powder, and I use the small tapered blush by e.l.f. And I like to pat it under my eyes and my eyelid to set my primer. Okay. And then because this isn't like a full coverage makeup or foundation, the Bare Minerals, I've been using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation in Light Neutral. I don't know if you can see that, but it is light neutral. And I love this powder. I have worn it by itself as a foundation, and it covers really nicely. I have to use the sponge if I'm going to use it by itself though, because that definitely gives better coverage. But I've been using this with this is a BH Cosmetics. The kit that my sister gave me was the rose gold roll, like it was a roll of brushes, and this was in it. So none of them have names, but it's just a full powder brush. And I just dip into it and just, you know, set my face and give a little bit of extra coverage. And I find this helps to kind of keep the extra oil away and make my makeup last a little bit longer. And I take this down my neck as well. Before I do my eyes though, I am gonna contour and bronze. So I've been using the Catrice Prime and Fine contouring palette, and this is an Ashy Radiance. I got this on a recommendation from Drugstore Maven, who's a really informative drugstore YouTuber here. If I can remember, I'll link her channel down below. But I got in a couple of haul videos back, I had gotten the contour brush set from Sephora. And so this is like the angled contour brush that I've been using with this product. And I just take it underneath my cheekbones right here. And just blend it in. Ooh, it's showing up very strongly on camera, but in real life it is not that strong. Or at least, I don't think it is. I love this brush. This was worth, I think I spent $25 and you got 3 brushes. It was on sale, and it still is on sale on Sephora's website. But this is my favorite brush out of it. I do use the other one, which I'll show you in a minute, but this one's my favorite for sure. So for bronzer, I've been using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This isn't my favorite bronzer, but it's not my least favorite. Definitely my favorite is the Butter Bronzer. So this is the other brush I was talking about. It's like a large stippling brush. It's also from that Sephora kit. And I just dip it in, and then I just kind of bronze up where the sun would naturally hit my face. So I'm currently working on my proposal for my dissertation, and it is going very slowly, very, very, very slowly. I should have done so much more this summer. I just didn't. Like, you know, Abby had surgery in June. We went, and before that we went to Alaska on our Alaskan cruise, and I'm not even lying, like, I don't want to sound like, you know, a complainer or a baby, or whining about that trip, but I was jet lagged for like a week after, and I had a hard time doing anything the week that we got back from Alaska. And then 2 weeks after that, Abby had her surgery, and she was down for the count for at least 2 weeks, and I was her nurse. And so then that was June, and then July we went to St. Simon's, and I was just enjoying not working because I don't work in the summer. And you know, it is what it is, because I needed a break. Last year was really hard at work. I'm not going to get into it, but last year was a rough year. If you're not familiar, I'm a nursing professor in the Atlanta area, and so I teach nursing students, and it wasn't student oriented at all, but the work environment was just really tough to work with. So I just needed to relax this summer. So now I'm paying for it with the fall semester starting. Our largest class that we've admitted nursing student wise is this semester. So that's been kind of, you know, a little bit extra workload, and then trying to get my proposal done. But I finished chapter 1, which is super, super exciting. And my dissertation chair is editing and reviewing that now, and I'm working on chapter 2. So I'm just ready. I'm hoping to defend it by the end of this semester. But as I mentioned in a previous video, I think it was the haul video, I can't remember which one now, but I'm going to use the NYX Ultimate Multi-Finish Shadow Palette. I got mine in Sugar High, and I think they have 2. They definitely have 2, because the other one has blue and purples, and then they might have 2 others, but I don't remember. So this palette has 4 matte shades, 4 kind of like metallic shimmery shades, and then 4 like foiled type shades. And I think I might, since I'm wearing a black shirt, I might go more of a purpley look today. But you know what, before I do that, I'm gonna do my brows. We're just gonna go all over the place today. I'm gonna do these off camera, I think, because it's a little bit of work for me, because as you can see, I have no brows, or very little brows. But I use the NYX Micro Brow in Taupe, and then I use the Pixie Natural Brow Duo in Natural Brown. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, so the brows today are sisters and not twins, but I used up the NYX Micro Brow, so that can go in my empties. I do have a backup of that, and I obviously have zoomed you in so that you can see a little bit closer of my eye look. And like I said, I'm gonna use the NYX Sugar High palette, and what I do is I use the Catrice Brow Lifter, and I use the matte pink side, and I just go under my brows a little bit to kind of, I mean, it's supposed to lift and highlight, and I think it does a really good job. And then I just blend it in with my finger. I really haven't used the shimmery side, but I love the pink matte side. I think it just does something very subtly, but just looks really nice. And then I'm going to go in with my palette, and I'm going to use the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm going to go into this matte white shade, and I'm just going to set that brow highlighter. And obviously, disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist. I have no formal training. I just watch a lot of YouTube. I like to share, you know, reviews and my opinions on beauty products here on YouTube, but I am not a makeup artist, or, you know, really any kind of artist. I am definitely more of a science background person. So, but this is kind of a nice way to branch out and do something more creative and fun for me. So that's why I do YouTube. But I think I'm gonna take, they don't have like individual shades, so I'm just gonna take this kind of like mid-tone brown peach shade, and I'm gonna use the, what is this one? Makeup Geek Soft Dome brush. It's just like a really fluffy crease brush, and I'm just gonna, this is a pigmented shade, so I just go in it very lightly, tap off a lot of excess. There's a lot coming off on that, so these are definitely very pigmented. And then I'm going to go into like my crease transition type area, and as you can see, I have very little lid space. I have a lot of space between my eyebrow and like where my actual crease is, but when I open my eyes, like I really don't have a lot of lid space, so I kind of have to go up further than with like my transition shades than people who have more lid space than me, because I don't have it. Like, I have my father's side of the family's eyelids, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying I am envious though of people with really big eyes and like, you know, a lot of lid space, but you know. So I'm going to go in there again and go in on the other side. So it definitely comes off more peachy than brown, but it does give like a nice transition. Because I think I'm going to use that darker purple shade in my outer V. And so obviously this side showed up a lot more than that side, so I'm going to do this again. And I've actually, I think I've used this palette twice, so I really haven't gotten a ton of use out of it, but the 2 times I've used it, I've enjoyed it, and I think it, you know, gives a lot of versatility here. So I'm going to go in with this lighter shimmery shade right here, but it's coming off a lot lighter on camera, but it is actually just a little bit darker, or a little bit lighter than that one, in like not in the blaring light of my ring light. I think I'm just going to take the same brush though and just dip into that, and there's a lot of you know, a lot of product comes up on it, so definitely tap off the excess. And then in like where my crease is, that's where I'm going to put this shade. So I kind of have to open my eyes just a little bit wider than what someone who doesn't have hooded eyes will have to do. But this is a nice like way to, because I feel like the shade that we used at the beginning is a little bit brighter than the look that I want to go for, because I want to go for that cranberry like purple type look. So this will kind of mute it down a little bit. And don't be afraid to blend. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this small shading brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to go into the darkest purple shade. And this is kind of a stiffer brush for me, which is good because then it'll pack on the color. And then just on the outer V over here, I'm just going to pack this on and then I'll blend it out. Now, as you saw, I'm literally like just packing it with kind of tiny type padding strokes, I guess. Okay, my recording just stopped because I think I hit 28 minutes. So I'll cut this down as much as I can so that this is not a terribly long video, but it's definitely, you know, chatty get ready with me. So it's gonna be a little bit longer than my typical videos. So I was going in with that dark purple shade on the Real Techniques shading brush and just packing it on the outer V. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this Real Techniques base shadow brush and I'm just gonna blend it out. And it's okay to do this kind of messily because it's not, you know, we're not going for a huge glamorous look here. Just a little bit of a dark smoky look, really. And I just diffused it throughout from the outer V into the kind of closer to the inner portion of my eyelid. So that's what it looks like. It's very, I mean, it's a smoky eye, but it's a more simpler type look. And then what I do is, or what I'm going to do is take this really pretty taupey purple shade right here. Hopefully it'll focus. Right here. I'm going to take it on my finger. It is so pretty. And I'm going to just pack this onto my lid space. So. So I'm going to go get a Q-tip and some makeup remover and take, just a little bit fell off, like I had a little bit of fallout, but it was really from my finger and not from the actual product, and just clean up under my under eye a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I cleaned up under my eyes. I looked and there is a little bit of fallout right here. I brushed it off with my powder brush, but it's kind of like just staying there. But I think the blush that I'm going to use will kind of mask the fallout. So, but I'm definitely someone who does my face makeup before my eye makeup. But so that's my own fault. So then I'm going to take the the lightest shimmery shade with the pencil brush from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to just highlight the inner corner of my eye. And then to do my lower lash line, I'm going to take this, what is this? This is an e.l.f. brush, and it just says 202, but it's like the pencil brush. And I'm going to take the shimmery kind of brownish shade in that, and then just line my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the purple shimmery shade right here in the middle. Do the same thing, but just on the outer portion of my eyelid. So like right into the middle, like where my pupil is. That's a really pretty color. Probably should have used that on my lid a little bit. And then I'm going to take the darkest purple that we used in the outer V, same pencil brush, but definitely tap off the excess because you don't want it to be too much on the outer, and just do like the very last little bit. So there's the look, and then I'm gonna zoom you out and then we'll do our cheeks. Okay, so I brought 3 blushes out. One is the Burt's Bees Shy Pink blush, which is really, really pretty. I might save that for the Burt's Bees review though. The Tarte Party blush, and then In a Purple Haze by Wet n Wild. So what I think I'm going to do actually is take my BH Cosmetics blush brush into the Tarte blush, and just kind of on the outer portion of my cheeks, put that on. And then, same brush, use the Wet n Wild Ombre blush in a Purple Haze. I actually love this blush. I think it, I don't know, it just gives a natural look, even though it's kind of scary in the pan because it has that purple. But, and it probably won't even show up very well on camera, but I think it just gives something a little bit extra to the cheeks and to your look. And it actually kind of works as a highlighter too, but of course we're going to do a highlighter as well. So there's the cheek look. And then for highlighter, I think what I'm going to use actually is this palette by NYX. It's the Strobe of Genius, I can't get it open, highlighting palette. And it has almost every highlighting shade you could possibly want, but my favorite one is the lavender purple shade. They don't have, yeah, I don't think they have shade names, but this palette I think is worth it for that purple shade. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to use the Real Techniques setting brush and dip into that highlighter, and just on the tops of my cheekbones. I'm also looking for, and that's why I was doing a lot of brush shopping on like Sigma and BH Cosmetics, because I'm looking for a little bit more, not so thick or like wide at the top highlighting it's hard to say this when you're using them together, brush, because I just need something a little bit more excuse me, a little more detailed, I guess, a little bit skinnier. I think I'm breathing in all the fumes from, or the powder products. So there's the highlighter. Ooh, that is strong on this side. Gonna blend that in a little bit. So we've got quite a purpley look going on this today, but I'm enjoying it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some of the Kat Von D Trooper eyeliner, which is also in my 13 by Halloween project pan. And then I'm looking around because I'm trying to decide. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this liner, and then I'm gonna spray my face with the Milani Make It Last setting spray, which I have just a tiny little bit left in there. And then I'm gonna put on mascara. So I'm gonna do this off camera, and then I'll show you what the mascaras I'm gonna use. Okay, the Milani Make It Last is still kind of absorbing into my skin. There's like a little bit left. What I might try to do is just open the top and like kind of pat it on my face the next time I need to use it, because spraying this out is just like, there's not enough product in there for the sprayer to like spray evenly, so it just like, it's very aggressive. So I might be calling that one empty as well as the NYX eyeshadow, or the NYX eyebrow pencil, which is awesome. So for my lashes, I'm gonna curl my top lashes with the Ulta Beauty eyelash curler. Try not to pinch my skin. This purple shimmery shade is so pretty. Hopefully it's showing up on camera, but it's really, really pretty. And then for my bottom lashes, the last month I've been using the Sephora Full Action Extreme Effect Mascara in purple. Actually, I only use it on my bottom lashes. And I don't even think people can tell that I'm wearing purple mascara, but I'm kind of liking the way that it looks, and I've been wearing it quite a bit actually. So I'm just gonna put it on my bottom lashes. So I don't know how much I was able to get in, because I have to like really be up close with the mirror to be able to put on that mascara. But for my top lashes, I'm gonna use the waterproof version of the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I like the waterproof version. I'm afraid the waterproof actually still like transfers on the top of my lid by the end of the day. So I would be really afraid to see what the non-waterproof version would do to my lashes and my eyelids, but I'm almost done with this. I think I probably only have maybe a week's left use in it, because I've been using it all summer. So it's probably time to go ahead and throw it out. But I would maybe repurchase it down the road, but I purchased the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. So I'm looking forward to opening that tube. So that's the one I'm going to use next. Yeah, this is on its way out. It's starting to get clumpy. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my lips, and I'm going to use the Aquarius ColourPop Lippy Stick. Mine is a little jacked up, but I'm just going to line my lips and fill them in all the way. This is probably my favorite lip liner. It's so good. It's very creamy, goes on really nicely. I think the packaging could be a little bit better, because as you can see, it's like jagged, and then the product will go in and I have to kind of shake it out. But I do love this, and it pairs really nicely with Ophelia by Kat Von D. I got this earlier in the summer, and this has been my go-to nude lip. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I think it looks great on my skin tone. I have a hard time finding nudes that look good on me. And this pairs so nicely with Aquarius as the lip liner. I am kind of concerned though when I run out of that Aquarius lip liner, because I don't think I want to place another ColourPop order, because because I never use the eyeshadows. I decluttered a ton of them. And I have Lippe pencils that I just never use. So the only product that I've really loved, other than one eyeshadow, which is Weenie, which is like a rose gold metallic shade, is this Lippe stick. So I'm like, I just can't justify an online order where I'm gonna have to pay for shipping for one lip product. So if you have a dupe for this, even though this is really cheap, it doesn't have to be really cheap, it just has to be easily available for me to get, like at Sephora or at the drugstore, or a online store that I would want to purchase more products from. So if you have a dupe for that, I'd love to know. But I love this lip combo. I've been wearing it constantly at work. I can go, you know, breakfast and my coffee and then maybe like my morning snack, and then by lunch, after I eat lunch, it's pretty much gone. But, you know, I'm eating salads at lunch, typically is what I take for my lunches. So they're a little bit messier and more oily with the dressing. So this is the look. So I am going to put on these false eyelashes by Kiss. They're the short trios, or the trios in short and extra short. I'm going to put those on, but you definitely don't have to wear false eyelashes with this look. I think it looks really nice. Loving the highlight, and I love the shimmery shade all over my lid. I think it's really, really pretty. So I do think that there is a little bit of fallout under here, but because I put that blush and that highlighter on top of it, I think it's okay. But if you are concerned about that, definitely do your eye makeup first and then your face makeup, because that'll get rid of that. Or, you know, prevent you from having fallout on your foundation. But I think it turned out okay. What do y'all think? Okay, sorry for the wet hair, but if you've watched me for a while, I'm not a believer in a blow dryer, so I let my hair air dry and then I either straighten it or curl it. So it's still in the drying process. But I did put on I put on 2 of the Kiss Trios, 2 over here and then 2 over here. These are typically very easy to apply, but for some reason I was having difficulty today. So those clips are probably not going to be included in here because I was having such difficulty. But I like them on the end like that because it makes my eyelashes feel a little bit fuller. But there is the finished look, and I'm really liking it. I think it's almost like a duochrome type glitter on my lids, so kind of with a pink shift to it, but it definitely was more purple based, I thought. So I'm enjoying that, and I'm excited to keep using that NYX Ultimate Multi-Shadow palette. Everything that I used will be linked down below if I can find it for you, and let me know what you think of this look, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And if you like Chatty Get Ready with me, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video on Thursday. Take care.